Hello, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, or welcome if you're new and this is the first video you've seen. I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you. Hope you return after this video. Who knows? It's been 10 freaking months since I have filmed anything or posted anything. And it's because my life kind of went downhill after that video. I get real honest. I'm probably gonna do all this in one take, so like sorry that I'm so awkward and illiterate. That's just who I am. That video I filmed, the last video before this one, I had been furloughed from my job because of COVID. I was very motivated at first. I was taking steps to better myself, my mental health. I started off trying to exercise, had like a whole set idea of okay, this is what I can do. I can eat these meals to be healthier, drink all this water, journal. I was going to therapy. And then furlough that was supposed to be 2 weeks turned into like a month and a half, almost 2 months, and I kind of fell into a depressive episode. It was a whole mess, and then I was dealing with some drama on the side of it that made it even worse. And there have been times where I've wanted to film a video and I've been like, yeah, I can do this and this and this and have some new content. I can do all these things, and never got the motivation. What's happened since then? My sister, who I lived with, she got married. They moved to Hawaii because that's where her husband is stationed. They did have to give up Tuco because technically that was her dog. If you don't know Tuco, there's a bit of him in the last video. He was just a big goofball. It's been hard on both of us, mainly her. Me, I feel like I've kind of disappointed her and her husband and him because I was working with him. I work at a kennel. I've been working towards becoming a trainer, and it was like, well, I failed this dog. Not entirely my fault. I know this. I've accepted this. I'm trying to help him find a new home. Some stuff has happened, made that a bit complicated. Rather not go into the details of it, but that happened. Let's see what else happened. I met a guy through a friend who is no longer a friend. Kind of sad about it, kind of not. You know, stuff happens. People change. Things happen. I don't have any ill feelings towards her. I hope she lives a good life and does great things, and I'm sure she will. But I met him. His name is Xavier. That if you're wondering where I'm living, that I'm currently living in an apartment with him. We got an apartment in December together, and you can probably see her back, but this is his dog Lucy. She's a big shepherd. I still have Milo. He's sitting over there. Milo. Hey, Milo. Thank you. Don't do that. He's sitting in her bed, so she came up to my bed. But yeah, we got a place together, and it has probably been one of the greatest experiences, and we do have our ups and downs, as normal people will, but I feel like with him, I've so far grown more than I thought I would in the past few months of us just even living together, and I wouldn't have it any other way. A lot of my family told me not to move in with him, not to do it, wait a while, but I don't regret anything. Every choice I've made so far has been pretty phenomenal. And I wouldn't want anyone else by my side other than him. And work has consumed my life. trying to move into this place. Like, you can't see it. I know you can see my keyboard right there. There's a pile of blankets next to it, and then there's like bags of clothes and boxes and stuff. It's just a mess in the apartment, but hopefully I can get things sorted out. Once we get some more furniture, I can show y'all like what we're doing. But yeah, it's been a mess. I have not taken care of myself in these past few months very well. Our diet consists mainly of fast food, as I would not like to admit, but I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been drinking as much water as I should. I have not really been exercising. Xavier and I take the dogs on walks every once in a while. That's about all of our exercise we get. But when I'm filming this, pretty much yesterday, I had a health scare. I woke up for work, didn't feel very well, my stomach was hurting. I was like, just gas, it might be TMI, I don't know, I don't really care. But I was like, might just be gas, and it wasn't. It started to hurt worse. I feared the worst, but I was like, I'm still gonna go to work, need to make money, need to pay rent, pay my bills. And my boyfriend, who had just gotten home from his job, he had like got home, fell asleep on the couch. He woke up, he saw me, he was like, you good? And I was like, not really, but I'm gonna go to work still. And he was like, no, you're not. I can tell you're in pain. You can barely stand. You can barely walk. So he was like, you're going to the hospital. So I called out. We went to the hospital, went to the ER section of a hospital nearby, and they admitted me. Thankfully, nothing too concerning, I don't think, but it was pretty much a real eye-opener because they were thinking, it could be a gallbladder issue. My boyfriend was like, maybe it's like some type of like kidney stones or something like that, and I was like, I've never dealt with anything like this in my life. I've had back problems, I've had joint problems, I've had lots of health problems over the years, but nothing that made me go to a hospital, other than like I had a nose surgery to fix my septum back in high school. So I was like terrified. It was like a 21-year-old at a hospital trying to figure out what the heck's wrong with me. What if something's really wrong and I have to be stuck here for more than a few days or even just a day? I wouldn't want to be there the whole day. And so they did some tests, they gave me some fluids, gave me some medication to help with my symptoms, and turns out it's not anything too concerning, but like it still makes me worry about my body because I can, even after a whole day of like, I started a medication and it's supposed to help a lot, which it has been. It's very real that I'm not just a child anymore who can go eating whatever they want or doing whatever they want, not have to worry about the consequences. My issue, they think it's something called like gastritis. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's just a stomach issue where there's so much acid buildup it messes up like the lining in your stomach or something like that, which I've always had acid issues. And at one point I had a doctor tell me, hey, you need to cut out dairy and cut out tomatoes. And I'm like, those are my two favorite food groups. No. And I did, though, for like 4 or 5 months, I think, back when I was living with my parents. And I couldn't keep up with it, and that's why I stopped. But now I'm having them, they told me, hey, go see a like gastrointestinal specialist. Go check up with your primary doctor. It just instills this fear in me where I'm like, what if something really is wrong? I don't want to be dealing with this issue my whole life. And that got me watching all these videos of people like changing their life, not even like completely drastically changing their eating habits, just changing how they eat things that make them feel well and doing things to make themselves physically and mentally feel better. and I realized I don't do that, and it shows. I've gained a lot of weight. I just scaled myself. Great, Sarah. I just weighed myself, and I weigh a lot more, well, way more than I thought I would. But part of me kind of expected it. A little voice in the back of my head was like, you're probably gonna weigh a lot more than you would like to, which I do. And I really want to change that. It'll be hard. I've never been a skinny girl. I've always been chunky. Literally, like, back in elementary school, I was a little short midget child with skinny arms and chunky legs and a chunky belly. Always been chunky. I've always loved food. I remember in like 6th grade, I could eat like 2 whole pizzas by myself, like large pizzas, and just be totally fine. Be like, oh yeah, whatever, just 2 pizzas. Sorry about that. We had a phone interruption. Yeah, I've always been I haven't really cared. Like, I care enough to hide my body, my baggy clothing. This is my night shirt, so that's why I'm wearing this. I was trying to get ready for bed because it's like 1 a.m. now. But I think it's time to try to not hate and hurt myself like I have been doing all this time, and to actually put the time and effort. Oh, my dog just stretched out. It was really cute. But I think it's time to start trying to think about me and my body, because in less than a month I turned 22, which kind of terrifies me. I'm terrified of getting older, which I think that's logical. Most people are. But I'm terrified of getting older, terrified of what will happen to my body. I don't know my family genetics very well. My sister's actually getting a DNA test or genetic test to see like what type of things we might have, like cancer, mental ailments that are more likely to be in our family. And most of the time I've shrugged things like that off, but like it's getting more and more real, thinking, oh, there's a possibility that this could happen or this could happen because other family members have had similar issues and didn't take care of themselves growing up or even as adults. Sorry, I've gone on like a total rant and I see how long this video already this clip is getting. But in all, I am going to try my best to document me taking care of myself, and things I implement. I know one big thing that really helped me was journaling. I am a writer. I love writing stories, and I'm horrible at verbally portraying my thoughts. So I think that will be a big step to helping myself mentally and helping myself actually make a plan for what I'm gonna do physically. Thankfully, where I live, my complex I'm in now has a trail that is complete pavement, which is good and bad. I like am crippled as freaking crap, so that'll be good on me, I think, to have something where I don't risk hurting myself, aka tripping and falling. Maybe we'll see. I can trip on nothing and hurt myself, but that I'm hoping to try and get into walking or running, eventually running. I have never been able to run. A little bit here in like 8th grade, but I was very asthmatic and it was a struggle, and I'm still kind of asthmatic. I think I feel the symptoms of it, but hopefully that is something else so I could help myself by exercising regularly and taking care of myself. One big thing I'm gonna have to fix is my sleep schedule. My boyfriend, he goes into work at like 4 p.m. and comes home at like 2 or 3. Whereas I lately have been going into work at like 6 a.m. and getting home at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So our schedules are very different. So it's hard to have a normal sleep schedule with also a normal relationship. But I think sacrificing that time that we do try to spend together between our shifts, or even like when he gets home, I do sometimes try to stay up a little bit. I usually crash because I'm a weenie, but I think trying to get that sleep I need, try and find a schedule of my own, I think that would be a great first step. But I would definitely need to research. I've always had sleeping issues, so like that's gonna be a challenge. But I think I'm gonna keep ranting if I keep going, so I'm probably gonna cut it here. Let me know useful tips and tricks for getting in shape or working on yourself if you would like, down below in the comments. And anything you would like to see me do, I literally will do any types of challenges. God, my brain is like, we're done. But I definitely want to try and challenge myself these next few months. Oh, I thought I saw someone walking down by my window. I have my phone facing my window, so if anyone's walking by my complex, they can see me and they'll probably be like, oh, freak talking to her phone again, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I will try and probably put a video up next week. I'm gonna try my best. I do have a busy work schedule and taking care of 2 pups, and we'll try and take care of myself. And sorry for how much I say I just realized, it just comprehended in my head that I've said that a lot probably in this video, but I'm not gonna cut it out because I'm not feeling it right now. Really not. I'm kind of tired. I might actually try to sleep. Sometimes I hate talking. It's horrible. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this, like, comment. I know I'm awkward. I'm so sorry. Again, I embrace my awkwardness. I'm an awkward person through and through. But if you enjoyed it, like, comment, share, subscribe. I want a tracker of how many times I've said in this video. That's what I need to do. I need to do it. It would probably be off the charts. But like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know if there's anything you'd be interested in me testing out. Any of that kind of stuff. Or if you have any motivational tidbits. And thank you very much for watching.